This is Optimal Living Daily Relationships, episode 78. Do you have dating anxiety? By Dr. Diana Kirschner of lovein90days.com. Happy Wednesday, everyone, and welcome to the relationships edition of Optimal Living Daily. This is the show where I narrate from some of the best relationship blogs in the world to you every single weekday for free. If you're looking for advice on parenting or dating, or just want to hear an inspirational post about ways to reinstate happiness in your life, then this is the show for you. Today, I have a post about dating anxiety by Dr. Diana Kirschner of lovein90days.com. It may be crazy to think, but these 10 and in many situations, sub 10-minute posts are really impactful to our listeners. So please don't hesitate to share our show with your friends, colleagues, or anyone else. If you're interested in sharing, just send them a link right to oldpodcast.com/listen, or simply show them how to subscribe right on their phone. But without further ado, let's hear Dr. Diana's post about dating anxiety and start optimizing your life. Do you have dating anxiety? By Dr. Diana Kirschner of lovein90days.com. You'll do anything other than looking for a partner online, watch TV reruns, clean the bathroom, complain about your dating troubles, or even call your mother. You freeze up and question yourself repeatedly when it's time to meet someone for coffee, make the next call, date, or move on to the first kiss. Sound familiar? It's all too common, whether you're new to dating or a seasoned but burnt-out veteran. When you find it hard or even impossible to date, even though you're lonely and hungry for a romantic connection, you have what I call dating dodlitis, or DD. Actually, most singles have at least a touch of DD. We get tongue-tied and run the other way instead of saying hello to the cute guy on the train or the hot girl who works in the office. When we need to find a profile photo, we see nothing but pimples, warts, and just how big our nose really is. We write and rewrite our emails to prospective dates, trying to be more clever, more real, and more funny, more whatever, that mysterious quality that makes us irresistible. And when we're on a date with an attractive partner, we get awkward or quiet or start babbling gibberish. There's another form of DD we have pulled back because nobody's good enough. We've dated a string of nerds and losers, and that's enough. Thank you very much. What we don't look at is how our own superiority masks a certain insecurity, a secret belief that there's something really wrong with me. When DD is full-blown, we may be paralyzed to the point where we can't or don't even try to jump into the pool of possible dating partners. And even if we do manage to date, negative thoughts lurk in our minds like boogeymen, ruining any chance we have of simply being ourselves or having a good time. DD is what stands between you and love, between you and those cozy nights of afterglow cuddling. But here's the good news. You can beat dating dodlitis. All you need to do is get off the couch and take these 4 steps that will build your self-confidence and courage. Your first step. Understand you're not alone. Most, if not all, singles have been through some form of DD. It's okay to feel anxious, scared, intimidated, weird, or awkward. In fact, it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling. Your second step. Understand that falling flat on your face is part of the romantic process. You're supposed to make mistakes. That's how you learn. You learn to walk by falling down. You learn to date by writing idiotic emails, sticking your foot in your mouth, and making clumsy, silly, and just plain wrong moves. It's okay. It's just part of the process. Besides, the right person will find those not cool things endearing and adorable. Take a moment. Close your eyes and visualize being your not cool self and someone who is the one, chuckling, smiling, and really digging it. Your third step. Understand you need to train yourself to take action. Almost any action. Email 5 hotties that are out of your league. Send that email response you've edited 3 times. Open your mouth and say something, anything, to any cutie around. And I do mean anything at all. Anything is infinitely better than nothing. And once you practice jumping in, you'll be surprised at the possibilities that open up for you. Your fourth step. Understand it is normal to get knocked out. Putting yourself out there in the dating world is a form of interpersonal training that is similar to learning to box. You are supposed to get knocked out until you meet the right opponent. Then you might trade some blows, but the whole thing is very exciting, and you spend a great deal of time clutching and holding each other close. Similarly, when you are training to be in a loving relationship, expect to get rebuffed or rejected. It happens. When it does, you are that much closer to meeting your match. So give yourself a reward for succeeding. Because even though it didn't work out with the last person, the bottom line is that you are moving yourself forward. You sent that email, made that call, went on that date. You put yourself out there, and that's what counts. Get a caramel macchiato, go shoe shopping, or call to your best buddy who moved to Kathmandu. After you do, hang out with friends who love you for who you are. Also, recall your visualization of the one being fascinated, amused, and loving you from step 2. As you take these steps, train and reward yourself with mini celebrations. You will build a whole new habit pattern of playing full out in the dating arena. In fact, you will be well on your way to being with that one person who absolutely enjoys all the different cool and not so cool facets of you. And your dating anxiety will be a thing of the past. You just listened to the post titled, "Do You Have Dating Anxiety?" by Dr. Diana Kirschner of lovein90days.com. I just want to say I feel for everyone who's out there dating nowadays, because there's just so much pressure with first impressions. Back when I was dating, we didn't have dating apps, and swiping past potential matchups wasn't a thing. Yikes, I would totally flop on my face if I was thrown into the dating pool today. Also, if your friend or someone you know seems to be running in circles when it comes to dating, or your sister seems to be too hard on herself as a mama, go ahead and share this show with them. Every Monday through Friday, I narrate from some of the best blogs in the world regarding dating, marriage, family, parenting, and basically anything else relationship-based. Our listeners frequently reach out and tell us about how these short posts offer super valuable and life-changing insight. So please share, because our content may be just what your friend or sister needs in order to get their lives back on track. Just send them a link right to oldpodcast.com/listen, or simply show them how to subscribe right on their phone. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode as much as I did. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll plan on seeing you again for tomorrow's episode, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com, that's OLDpodcast.com, for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.